Topic today, Caitlyn Clark and the WNBA financial come up. Now, before I get into this, I need to make sure that there might be some people who are watching this who, you're just sports and you might be new to this channel. I want to get on some topics that we're not aware of. And I mean, when I say we, I'm talking about really, it's them, which is like 98% of the population is unaware of these things that I'm getting ready to speak to you. I'm not asking you to believe me. I just need you to listen, because all of my people in this room, we know we're very mature. And if there's something that we're not familiar with, before we knee-jerk and open our mouth and say something ignorant, we're going to go and do research first. That's what we do here. All right, so I'm going to get into this. We're talking about Caitlyn Clark and the financial come-up of the WNBA. So I need to get into this thing when we're talking about the financial come-up. So you have heard people refer to the WNBA as a welfare league. That's what it's been called, a welfare league. Now, let's understand something about welfare and what it really is. Those of us who understand what welfare is, we know that it's not the government giving anything to us. We know that because we know the government can't give anything to us, because what we know is that we have an estate. Pay attention. If you're not familiar with the so-called straw man, if you're not familiar with an estate, if you're not familiar with what the birth certificate actually is, if you're not familiar with financial instruments, pay attention, all right? Get your pen and paper and put your thinking cap on, because I need you to listen. We know that when a child is born, a mother signs a birth certificate, and that birth certificate is a financial instrument which has a financial value. And that financial value, in most cases, it starts around $1 million. It's likely more than $1 million. So pay attention to what I'm saying. Well, what this got to do with the WNBA, Diva? We just want to know about some basketball. Okay, pay attention so I can help you understand what this game is. They've been calling this a welfare league. But we understand that when an organization or when a child is born, there is, again, this birth certificate. And then with that birth certificate, a corporation is created, and that corporation gets traded on the stock market. And over your 25 years of your life, this $1 million goes into an estate, and it's accumulating over and over again to the point where at 25 years, it stops maturing, or it has matured, and that thing is worth millions. Pay attention to what I'm saying. Now, I want y'all to understand something. I just said when a child is born, then a birth certificate is created, signed by the mother, and then that thing goes on the stock market, and then it collects millions. Okay? This is some really powerful information I'm going to give you for those of y'all who've always wanted to go to another country and have citizenship. I want y'all to pay attention to this. All right. Did you know that when you open up a business in any other country, it is the equivalent of creating a child? Understand what I just said. When you open up a business in another country, then it is the equivalent of giving birth in that country. Well, why is that so important? When you give birth, it gives you automatic citizenship. And so when you have automatic citizenship, so let's say you leave the country and then you want to have access back into that country. When you show your documents showing that you've opened up a business or you've created a business, and that business is either incorporated or LLC or whatever you want to call it under that country, then they have to grant you access to that country. I just gave y'all some powerful information, and I didn't even ask you to enter the UNA University. That's powerful. What has happened is when you create that corporation in that country, you have in effect created a child, because what is a child born here? Yeah, you've got your flesh and blood being, but really only thing that country is concerned about is that all capital letter corporation, because that corporation now is going to get traded on the stock market. Same thing in other countries. So you become an automatic citizen of that country, and they have to grant you access. Now, what does this have to do with the WNBA? Is not the WNBA a corporation? It is. Just like your all capital letter name that you find on your driver's license, that you find on anything else where you've purchased something, whether it be your car or your lights, your gas, that all capital letter name is the corporation, and it's getting traded. Well, when somebody created the WNBA, they created a child called the WNBA. And just like when your mother gave birth to you and she signed a birth certificate, somebody signed a certificate for the WNBA. And that certificate had a value. How many years has the WNBA been in existence? Founded April 24th, 1996. So it's almost, 30 years old? They saying 25, 24 plus 4, 28 years old. All right. So over the 25 years that WNBA had been created, somebody took that certificate, which was worth $1 million, and they put that thing in a fund, and it's been collecting over the years of its existence. All right.